Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Gamer and we're returning to a Union of Britain Let's Play of Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich mod. So, as you can see, I've had time run quite a bit and just been smoothing sailing around a little bit. It's been peaceful all this time. We've built up our navy, our army and so on, but there's nothing much to say except, of course, that we have now great units with these universal modern tanks, and that's all great and so on, but I was mainly hoping to in some way fix Germany. Germany has reverted back to the Kaiser, more or less on their own. I can't do anything about it. I cannot manage subjects in any meaningful way over here. I don't think I can either do anything with them. Yeah, there's no way how to do that. Also, the event here that the Second Weltkrieg must have been won or lost just doesn't seem to cut it. So we don't get all of this down here. This is pretty much locked to us. I mean, that's a little bit unfortunate, but there's only so much that we can do about it. Nevertheless, I did want to give the series here a little bit of a conclusion. So what we're going to do is we're going to invade Australia now, and we're going to declare war here, and that should be alright. So we are definitely... Oh, we should call in the Dutch East Indies. Are you part of... Yes, you are, so that's great. You are calling... we are calling you in, and that's great. So that should give us the opportunity to strike against the Australians over here. Let's see what's going to happen. I do want to find out what type of units they do have. It seems like even our allies are doing relatively well. We have, of course, by now a large number of Air Force units down here. Wait a minute, are you fighters or are you tactical bombers? No, you are tactical bombers. I thought you'd be a little bit more capable of reaching down here, but it doesn't seem so. Nevertheless, let's use you here for close air support. And the fighters we're going to use... No, all of the fighters. No, these are just some carrier fighters. Ah, goddammit. So, wait a minute. These guys. Fighters, you are going to provide air superiority missions over here. And we're also going to do some naval strikes in this vicinity. Also, I have a couple of tactical strategic bombers, and as you can see, I've got a large number of nuclear bombs. So I think at the end of the episode, we might well do a nuclear strike. We might do a nuclear strike on Darwin right now. That would certainly soften that up quite a bit. You, my friend, are going to support naval invasions. You guys are going to do not patrol, strike force, of course, for these large ships, and then we've got the carriers over here. You are relatively fine, although you're a little bit short on destroyers. We'll not have any more destroyers. No, that's a no, unfortunate. Okay, let's send up one light cruise over here. And you guys are also going to be on a strike force mission. I think in this vicinity. Oh, I think I forgot to give you... Yeah, that area. That area is fine to me. And then, you know what, let's get you guys here. All of you guys can come down here. And I'm going to give you a patrol mission. Whoop. Sometimes the map does weird things. In this vicinity. And down here, I think. And maybe here. Yeah, so they are going to be moving up there, so that's great to see. Right, let's see what's going to happen over here. We are attacking over here, and I think what we should see is that our infantry divisions have a very strong tank force. They have a single tank incorporated into them, so they are not, the enemy is not capable of striking us through over here. We've got a little bit higher base attack, but there are certain modifiers that are coming in their favor. In other news, we've helped the Indians win their civil wars. There were 2 of them actually, and we did some other things, but not much. No, I don't think we need any volunteers, thank you, that's much appreciated, but I don't think so. We do need a little bit more steel though, so let's do buy that. And no, I do not want anyone to be joining this war. Jesus. Free military factories? Okay, that's interesting. Let's, well, build a couple of more naval factories. Oh, and decisions are available. War propaganda. Yeah, you know what, I think that's fine. Let's get rid of all of this. here. Oh, and we have landed in Darwin, so that's nice to see. Also, apparently there was a smaller strike over here where we have taken some damage, but it's not too much actually. On the other hand, over here we can see an actual naval engagement where we have a couple of convoys on our side. Mostly Dutch convoys against a couple of light cruisers, destroyers, mostly smaller ships. So I'm not too concerned about that, I think. What I do want to do though is get up the Darwin stuff. So firstly, let's build up the naval bases over here in Darwin. Likewise, let's build up the infrastructure. I think that's going to be good. Let's build an airbase over here. Oh, we can't do that yet. Okay. Still, this is going to be having the highest priority. Now what we can do is, I think what we want to do then is take a couple of your tanks here, Mr. Percy. Let's say 5 tanks. Maybe that's even too much, but I think it's going to be alright. 5 tanks, and your job is going to be just to try to get over here. Whereas these guys on the naval invasion pattern, I think what you can do is sort of start from here and try to get the next naval bases. Let's say Port Moresby is, I think, fine. Yeah, let's get you over there. And of course delete this little plan down here. I think that should be alright. I suppose we should try to launch over here, shouldn't we? Strike Force. Let's get you to also be engaged in this area if we can. And I think we need to dial it down here a little bit. We are attacking here, but it's apparently slightly more complicated than it appeared originally. Okay, you've won over there. I guess you can go there. You, my friend, don't really need to. Ooh, we're actually withdrawing over here. So we have lost. This is difficult terrain, I mean, so that's not too surprising. Let's actually grab you and make sure that you are operating in this vicinity as well. Let's have all of you guys do that as well and come over here as well. Great. More naval attacks, and over here, are we reinforcing this at all? Doesn't look like it. We've lost a convoy over here, that's not great. I think that goes to the strength of the Marines, which of course is a little bit unfortunate. Let's grab half of you and try to get over here. I know you're extremely low on fuel and organization, but hopefully that's going to work out. There are our 5 tanks, and they are coming in, so that's nice. Oh, over here, first actual battle, where we are participating. So we've got a couple of light cruisers, destroyers and all of that. Our screening efficiency is not necessarily where we want it to be. But still we're doing very fine over here, so that's great to see. And over here, oh, there are a couple of submarines. So I suppose what we should do is ask you guys here to do convoy escorting over here, here. You know what, all of you do convoy escorting in this area. Great, another battle over here. Apparently we did sink a heavy cruiser, nice. Yeah, they did defeat a little bit of our convoy, but it's not too bad, so I'm going to be fine with that. We can ask our tanks to immediately start striking out. Large number of destroyers sunk there, good to see. A couple of smaller battles up here just against some submarines. More submarines down here. Yeah, but we don't really have that much against these guys that we can use. Right, you are fine over there. Over here things are a little bit stalling, I think. That's alright though. We're now under attack over here, but all in all that just doesn't seem to be too meaningful. Let's start to fan out a little bit. I do want to get that air base. That would be fantastic. Let's try to get over here. And just grab the coastline. And that'd be good. Yeah. You, the other gentleman over here. You. Can you sort of grab these areas? So that we're not getting anything funny. You can get down there. Right, fantastic. Good. More naval battles. They are losing pretty much all of their ships, as we would expect them to. So that's great to see. And we now have an airbase here for 2,000 planes, so that's nice to see. That does allow us to grab most of our fighter planes over here, I think. Get them over here, get them over Australia and operate there. And the same here with the tactical bombers. You guys are going to come over here and operate in Australia. And that should support our guys here by a very significant margin. Right, you can actually come here. You're doing that, you're going down here, that's great. Yeah, just fan out there. And make the most of it. Northern territories, we are building that up, so that's also good. Yeah, just come down here. We've got 3 divisions that are part of this. I think it's fine if we take 2, let's say. So you're going to come down there. Yeah, fine. I like it. Good. Over here though, things are not looking great, I think. Can we in any way maybe please try to grab this area? Yes, we can. Good. So that should mean that in terms of aircraft, we can send over there our other jet fighters. Yeah, that's good. And maybe one group of our tactical bombers. Yeah, I think that's great. That should give us a lot more support here. And we are landing in Port Moresby already, so that's also very nice to see. Our Marines are doing great work over there. Our Marines are of course supported by naval tanks, as you would kind of expect. You're extremely low on organization actually. That's a little bit concerning. Let's grab a couple more tanks then. I suppose, let's say you 3? 4, 5? That's none of you, right? No, that's fine. Okay, so you likewise now have front line over here. Let's assign that to you. And your job is going to be to go to Friedrich Wilhelmshaven. Over there. Primarily I do want you to be over there to defend. You're doing fine over here. Let's get one of you to Townsville. Nothing much of importance over there. The other one is trying to get to Brisbane. Yeah, you really don't really need to do that up there. Right. Instead, let's try to go down here to Perth. And I think that's alright. Can you please attack over there? You should be able to, right? I mean, you are low on supplies, but all in all, I think we are still doing much better here over there than they are. A couple of battleships over here, interestingly. Lost a convoy here. Well, I mean, if we do have a couple of aircrafts over here, then we have... This can't be just fighters. Oh no, okay, these are just fighters because they are part of this group. Yeah. Where are you? You guys over here. We've got the strategic bombers. I suppose I could ask you to come over here. So that we are covering more of Australia. Oh, the enemy lost 3 submarines there. And another 3. So yeah, now that we're bringing in our destroyers, we're doing much better over here. No, 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 no. Really don't. You don't really need to join our wars. We're fine. We're perfectly fine over here. Naval strike over there. Suppose I could also ask you to be over here and do port strikes. That should be relatively good. Just a couple of submarines over there and a rather large fleet on their side. Will we be sending in our ships to deal with that though? Let's try to grab all of this, this, and that. Mostly so that it's not super annoying. We are cutting through them quite hard over there. I mean, they're basically offering no opposition to us. There are our tanks that are coming in now. Great to see. So I suppose we can really start to soon try to go for some of these other places like New Caledonia, Numea. Yeah. Naval invasion from here towards Numea place. And that should help us out quite a bit. A couple of our ships are starting to see some damage over here. So ideally, we should try to keep them in a relatively good repair state. Doing relatively fine over there, I think. Right, you, my friend, also need to repair though. And we are conquering Brisbane now. Let's try to get down to Canberra. You're still driving on Perth. Let's get to Fremantle after that. Suppose there's not that much in terms of victory points down here. Sportfish. Ooh, and here we go. Big battle that I completely missed. Where we've sunk a lot of their shipping. So, 2 dreadnoughts, 2 fast battleships, a heavy cruiser. Completely missed that, but it's pretty good. Except for some of our ships seem to be relatively heavily damaged over here. Yeah, so you guys, you definitely need to split off to repair. You as well, because you are suffering from heavy fires. Yeah, everyone else seems to be more or less fine though. How about you? Nah, you just suffered 5% of strength defeat, so that's alright. That's basically nothing. Good, good, good. Right, let's get rid of this. I don't want anyone to return there at any point in time. You're repairing over here, that's great. Alright, naval results. A couple of lost ships on their side, mostly. Yeah, only small stuff, really. 3 military factories. I didn't know that we had that many military factories. Or that the Australians, rather, had that many military factories. Good. Naval invasion. You are doing your thing whenever you can, please. And you likewise should just start to attack over there whenever you can. The fall of Sydney. When the footholds outside the Blue Mountains were lost to the invading British army, it was only a matter of time before the city fell. Through a series of controlled engagements, Australian forces pulled back slowly by yesterday made it to the docks. But with the capture of Sydney Harbour Bridge, which the defenders didn't destroy due to its significance to the people in the capital, their commander has negotiated a ceasefire. Originally a city of released British inmates, Sydney has experienced bitter irony as the city itself is now a prison. Even worse, military experts predict this could be the beginning of the end of the Australian Confederation, as the loss of such a vital city is a tough blow to bear. Right, let's try to get on to Canberra here, and let's actually see how far closer they are to surrendering. Not that close actually, which is kind of disappointing. Oh, apparently we are, for the first time here, facing some opposition. You're part of this. This entire front line belongs to that. And let's see whether we can capture you. And I would like to get at least another unit there. Well, all of our tanks. I did park them somewhere over here. Okay, you're over there. And 2 motorized divisions. You've got motorized divisions in you? I didn't know. Okay, fine. So now I can see which units are actually... So yeah, let's get more units down there. And let's get a couple of units onto this front line here as well. How are we looking in terms of Numea? You're fanning out, so that's great. And I suppose you can try to capture the rest of this little island. Let's try to move there. I think it will be that easy. More free military factories. Carry naval bombers, I don't know. Probably will not need it. Losing a couple of convoys over here against their submarines, but we are doing damage against their submarines. There's a big fleet over here. A couple of dreadnoughts. Not that much to be done about it. Let's try to grab that. You can come down here. What on earth are you doing? You're part of this. You get to Melbourne. Still, I do not want your help. God damn it. Stupid AI. Advanced Super Heavy battery upgrade. That's nice. We will think about that at some time. We are researching this and that really. Most of the things that we have researched at this point are a little bit for the fun of it. It is 1947 and I think mostly the game just isn't designed to run up to that point. Getting up there. Yeah. Sometimes really the game doesn't. Okay. They lost a couple of submarines there. Lost a good number of cruisers. We're doing a lot of damage here. Bases in low supplies. Yeah, but this is going well. And down here I think we're also very, very close to capturing a lot of their equipment. They've evacuated from over here apparently. Yeah, I really do want to get Melbourne, that's 20 points, Adelaide is 15. How much is like Wellington? 5, Auckland, 3, Christchurch, come on, 1, in Dunedin, 1. Yeah, they really can't have that many forces, I believe. Let's try to get to Auckland. We'll of course have to adjust a little bit our area over here, so you guys stop being over there and there. I think Coral Sea is still fine, and add to that the Tasmanian Sea. And then in terms of patrolling, I think we'd want to do the same. Don't need to patrol over there, don't need to patrol over here, nor down here. Yeah, so I think that's gonna be alright. Good, and let's ask you to do that once we are ready. This is starting to look a little bit like Swiss cheese, but all of these little holes in there. Okay. Why would you be... Just try to get Adelaide, please. You do be part of this. And try to conquer it. You try to encircle these guys. It is a little bit mixed up, but... Oh, our destroyers are... Our cruisers actually are coming this way. Interesting. Right, so I believe submarine sunk there. Probably gonna be another couple of submarines sunk there. Defeating a couple of units there. You should be able to take these guys out. You are capable enough of taking it lean. Let's make sure you understand that you are to stay down here. Which of course gets rid of that point. Someone, you clear that up. Are we coming over there? Are we coming over there? Not yet. Can you walk to Rebel or something from here? No, you cannot. Okay. Our Marines are starting their march up there, so that's great. Can I grab a couple of units then? Here, you. Let's get rid of your holding pattern here. Deal. It's only 1 point. Okay. You guys, do come over here. And I'm gonna probably reroute you towards over there in a second. Are they close to surrendering yet? Not quite. Adelaine, you have been conquered. Great. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Mostly, really, just mopping up, I would say. Do come up over there. More naval results. Yeah, only small stuff though. Small stuff, I mean, just in the war against the Germans, how much would we have liked to kill 7 destroyers in one go? That would have been rather brilliant. Yeah, but here it looks like mostly we are fine. How about over there? Yeah, you have conquered Auckland. Let's try to walk you to Wellington. Aren't you guys coming over? No, that's the Reds. Well, in that case, I think it will be fine. So you know what? Of course, since these guys are holding out so dramatically over there in Dill, I think there's only one chance for us to do something over here. And that is, we are gonna find out... Okay, where have we got fighters? We've got the naval bombers over here. Suppose you could also try to get over here and into the Coral Sea, maybe. Yeah, but I do want to get the fighters. Let's get the fighters over here. Let's ask them to patrol over this area, do air superiority missions. That's alright. And then what we can do over Dill... Of course, clearly we have no other chance, is to do a nuke here. If we do get 75% air superiority, which we don't have now, but I think we can do that. We should be able to do that relatively easily. Okay, let's grab you. Let's ask you to be patrolling over here as well. No, they actually won now. Okay, let's have them... No, I can't. There we go. Let's go a little bit slower here just to witness that. And it should really reduce the organization here. But our guys are apparently suffering from that as well. I didn't quite know that in the attack they would be logically counting as being in that province. But yeah, that didn't go too well for them. For the first and hopefully last time in history, nuclear bomb has been detonated in East Timor as part of international warfare. Destruction, testament, yada yada, so yeah. Right. Things are looking up relatively well over here. You're conquering that. Let's conquer Christchurch after that. And I suppose very soon we should see them surrendering. They're down to 14%. I don't know where they actually have victory point provinces left. I mean, there is Dill over there. And here we go. We are, of course, going to take all states. Done. And there we go. Union of Britain restored. So we have a lot of our colonial empire back. Of course, there will be some decisions that we probably need to keep this or, well, have to release it. But you know what? I think this is a very good place to end the episode and thank and the series and entirely. So I want to thank you very much for your support during this series here. I very, very much appreciated that. All of the comments, all of the likes, all of the new subscriptions as well. I really like to see this growing. And yeah, hopefully you do like it. If you have any idea for something to try out in the future, do let me know. I've never really played anything in Asia, but it just doesn't feel that interesting to me. So maybe play something in Germany, in Europe, maybe Germany. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll be looking into that. Bye bye, guys.